Do it.
Pop the trunk.
I'm sorry. I had mangy bones in my head. I was talking to him, and I can't tell you any of this. It's confidential.
Oh.
Welcome to Scaredycast on that little cliffhanger from Mr. Brian. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Don't just throw shit at me like that, man. I'm thinking.
Especially when he's sitting
we
there.
We didn't throw anything to you. We said do it, as in like,
yeah, like
say welcome to Scaredycast.
I was cooking,
and then
dude.
You were the one that said.
His face was.
I was looking at the digital clock. I had a song in my head, and I was thinking about 8 different things at once. And then you just said, "Do it," and I'm like, "Whoa! Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh."
That doesn't sound like Mangy Bones to me.
Yeah.
No, that was Eminem. But you know what? You don't even listen to that. What's the name of the new album? I bet you don't know that.
Kitty Cats.
Kitty Cats. Close enough.
I don't know the name of any albums, actually, even of like things I've listened to a million times. Yes. No offense to any of my favorite artists out there, including Mangy Bones.
Yeah, but for real, Mangy Bones, fire new album. Oh my God. Also, they just dropped new merch. Hey, you know what we should do? We should make new merch.
Okay.
I have some ideas.
All right.
I have them written down.
Let's do
am being very good and astute, and I have notes in my phone.
Well, where can people even see the merch that we have right now?
If they went to scaredycast.com, they'll see a little banner on there that talks about merch. You just click on that and you go buy some merch. And it's one of those fancy schmancy kind of like print on demand kind of gimmicks. So if there's like something there that you want, but you don't see, like if you're like, hey, I love the Scaredycast logo. Can you put it on like some booty shorts or something? I'll be like, let me look and see what they got.
Juicy couture.
Can I get Brian's face on my G-string?
Maybe. Maybe.
With your like curly hair just out just down there.
Kelsey.
It's not like a picture of the curly hair. It's like the actual like a wig. Like that's just.
Oh, it's like artificial. With every G-string you get like a little.
You know what? It's interactive.
What would you guys shave to use as the hair to match mine?
That's not up to us. That's up to the makers of. It's probably like whatever Michael Myers behind you that is made of.
Oh God!
It's just like sticking straight out.
That looks close enough to me.
People are like, "This is really Brian's hair."
Oh my God!
I'm ordering 50 more.
Yeah.
You know, I could.
We'll clip off some of your hair and put like one strand in the batch, so it's like there is a piece of authentic Brian.
Well, don't worry.
Like
since we're gonna sell so many, I have plenty of hair to go around.
Some mad scientist finds the one hair and like clones Brian like a million times from this random.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine a million of me?
No,
me neither.
Absolutely not. What would no? It'd be crazy. One of you.
What do you got there? What is that?
I got a sticker.
What is it?
I got a sticker from the Flicks and Friends podcast.
Oh, I couldn't see it from this angle.
They sent us some stickers.
Cool.
They sent us the Ezra and a Buggy Funko Pop to go with our giant Ezra Funko Pop.
What?
Dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Go listen to their podcast. Oh, shoot.
Oh, cool.
Now look.
I know, we're just dropping that sticker.
I can't get it done, set up like
Check
I did
this out.
before.
Look what I just did. I covered Ezra's crotch with their stickers.
Oh, because he
This
needs
is a family-friendly show.
Brian panties.
G-string?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Would you guys buy one just to have it?
Oh God, I'd have to.
I would frame it, and it would become one of our main decoration.
Oh, I love that. Okay. What are we gonna?
Or we could physically put it on something.
When are we gonna talk about something scary?
Let's do it.
I mean, this is kind of scary.
Let's go to the,
This idea of this is a little scary.
It's a little scary.
Let's go to the creep of the week.
Have you guys seen? Okay, we gave a little taste of this because we on Monday morning, previous Monday morning. If you guys are not patrons, make sure to go to patreon.com/scaredycast to be able to see what we're talking about. A taste of cicadas.
This isn't a human
not
creep.
again.
These are creepy bugs.
These are creepy bugs. Have you guys seen the videos?
They are everywhere.
They are.
What?
It's literally, so I saw this TikTok of this girl who has, okay, so she's in her car, she's crying, tears
I
pouring
saw
down
that,
her
but
face.
I didn't get it. So
she has a Whole Foods paper bag over her face with a hole cut out of it, and she's crying, and she's like, they're everywhere, I don't know what to do, and saying she's so scared, all this stuff. There's cicadas, but she never shows the cicadas, and so she's like, this is how I'm protecting so they don't hit me in the face. She's like, but I'm so scared. There's another video that I saw that I sent you guys. this person is inside another store or a bank or something like that. These things, it looks like the walls are moving. That is how many there are outside.
Every square inch
I have
of
to
the
look this
walls
up.
are just coated in cicadas.
So you're saying like if I just go to Instagram or TikTok and just put cicada, I will see.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be loud.
It's gonna be loud. What is going on?
It's cicada season, and
Where is
literally,
this?
thank God, like we don't get a lot here in Arizona. I mean, knock on wood. I think maybe.
Oh my God! I just
have-
I just went to TikTok. Put CIC to start the word cicada. Cicada invasion 2024 is the number one thing that popped up. What is happening?
It reminds me of like, I think it was the early 90s or late 80s if you lived in Phoenix your whole life like me. There was a caterpillar invasion, and they were like everywhere.
There's also a lot of grasshoppers one year too.
Yeah. But I remember it was like we would go driving somewhere, and there were just caterpillars all over the road. So you're just like,
Yeah, that's so sad.
squishing all these little caterpillars.
Oh my
It was like,
God. Like monarch caterpillars.
I don't know what they were. They
probably?
were like green and yellow.
Green and yellow. Is
They were
that
like green and yellow and had like a little black spots on them.
So this
Maybe
is the
moths?
first video that I clicked on.
This is the one. This is the one that I sent you guys. This is insane. I don't even like.
And
this
could you
is,
imagine, like, if you just open the door,
Oh,
they're
they're-
all gonna go.
and they're like,
But on top of the
like times a
sound,
million.
dude, like that would probably make you deaf. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So they have
Another
a,
day in hell is
Yeah.
how they titled that. That is just like I know you guys can't really see this very well, but I mean, like, oh my Lord.
We should like do like the split screen.
Yeah, this
of this
is
video.
horrible. Yeah, for this. Yeah. Ugh. Also, why? Look at the top search when I did that. Why did that come up?
Mormon crickets.
What are they doing?
I think they might be called Mormon crickets.
Oh, it's because they have. No, I'm not gonna say that.
But they have a 17-year so they have like a 17-year cycle where they literally are like dormant in the ground for 17 years, like I don't know, maybe 11 to 17 years.
God.
And then every 17 years they come up and they're in. It's debated there might be trillions of those things in America. This is the
Remember-
invasion we
Just
need to
in
talk about.
America?
Invasion of
Yeah,
cicadas.
dude. If these cicadas came to Arizona though, and they're like buzzing around, I am gonna outrun them.
How?
You're not gonna outrun.
Because
No way.
they fly.
They'll be covered. You'll be covered.
Because
in
I take my magic mind.
Oh,
What?
dang.
I would enter a flow state, get centered and focused, and I would know how to evade a cicada invasion.
It's
You know
gonna
what?
be like
You better take one right now.
it's gonna be like a
Here.
I don't like cicadas.
matrix.
Yeah,
give me
we don't
Matrix
wanna
of
know.
cicadas.
Yeah, dude. We drink the magic mind and then the cicadas just freeze in midair. They're like, oh shit.
This just smells like a fruit smoothie in
Smells like an
in a
anti-cicada.
bottle.
I just do this, like I take my magic mind,
Now you're immune. You're immune.
and then the cicadas are flying, and I just go like this. And the cicadas like freeze, and they're like, oh no.
You're like these are not the drones you're looking for.
Oh, I have Jedi powers too?
Yeah.
Magic Mind does not give you Matrix or Jedi powers. It just makes you feel better, makes you feel focused.
Makes you feel alive.
It's got the matcha in it.
Clean ingredients to help you feel good, energetic.
Mental clarity, focus, energy.
And you
all
know what?
those
You
things.
guys are gonna have to focus because you're seeing a great movie tonight. And I still maybe on the fence, maybe I might go, but I'm not sure. But you know what? Magic Mind's gonna let you guys enjoy it even more.
Oh yeah.
Go to
Be able to focus.
magicmind.com/scaredyc. Use code SCAREDY20 for your little discounts.
These are so you guys, I love these.
They're really good.
I really love these. I like
fun.
I'll be like the middle of the day and I'm working and I will just go to my fridge and I just pop one of these along with like my chai. And I do like it, I feel better.
Telling you, take your energy
I
with
love
it.
them and they taste so good.
It's great.
Thank you, Magic Mind.
Remember, like they made a new
I love
Jurassic
this.
Park?
What is this? Keep doing that.
Invasion of cicadas.
Invasion of cicadas.
Let me tell you,
We need to get these cicadas
They're
out of
coming.
here. There's trillions.
you
of
can
them.
eat them, you can fry them, you can stir them on up, but don't let them into the house.
They're already here.
They're already here.
The calls coming
here.
from inside the
You can
house.
dip them in beer,
Ooh, dip them in beer.
like that one dude did last week. There's a lot of them. You know what?
Tennessee, it looked
Good for
like
them.
was
you
that
guys ever?
I saw.
Do you guys ever like think about how much cheese is in the world, or just even around you?
Cheese?
Cheese.
How did we get here?
I was just thinking, like, there's a whole lot of cicadas. And the other day, I was just like,
Yeah, I
forgot
really
what-
want to see what.
I think I was at the grocery store, and I was like looking at all the cheeses, and I'm like, there's cheese at every grocery store, every gas station, Every fast food place, every restaurant.
What is that noise? It sounds like a croak.
Sorry, it's like
sounds like a frog.
I have a straw in here, but it's not quite big enough, for me to.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, so then it's like you would
They
know.
make pills for that.
You would know.
Hey.
I know.
So I'm like drinking through it, but like water's coming through the straw, and then it's like getting out of the straw.
Dude, get this. Guys will pay money for this.
Now it's not going to do it. Fuck you, straw.
We could sell that probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
The straw will be on patreon.com for $100.
Anyways, every place has cheese.
God, yeah.
So I was just like, every store, every gas station, every fast food, every restaurant, they all have some form of cheese.
Thanks, big milk of
And
America.
it's like,
Big
just
dairy.
within the square mile, just think about how much cheese is here.
Okay.
Where does it all come from?
Comes from cows.
A lot of cows.
I know, but we don't see cows around here. When's the last time you even saw a cow?
When was the last time
What
you
are
went
you
out
talking
of
about? I see
out of
cows all the time.
Arizona?
Yeah, I'm just
They
saying,
have
like,
cows in Gilbert.
cattle
They have
is-
cows in Cave Creek.
what I'm saying is like the ratio of how much cheese is in the city of Phoenix versus how many times you've seen a cow.
Have you
you
just
doesn't
learned
make
how?
you
any
don't
sense.
need to have cows in Phoenix to have
Something's
cheese.
up.
Okay.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner. Today's topic: cheese.
There's so much of it. Where does
There's
it come from?
so much cheese. It's everywhere.
Can't explain it.
But who's making all this cheese? I've never seen a cheese factory, a cheese farm, a cow, nothing.
Wisconsinians are rolling over in their graves right
Every
now.
week, I come onto this podcast, usually high out of my fucking mind.
And this week is no
And
different.
you guys usually say, Brian, you guys say all kinds of dumb shit, and you got Google. What the fuck are we?
This is what happens.
Are you just learning?
This is
how
what happens
how import
whenever
works?
me, are the driver, and I carpool with this guy who's just a chimney on the way here.
Oh my God, you
did this to me.
You got a contact high?
You did this to me,
Oh
Brian.
my God, Brian, that's
I'm
dangerous.
off my
And now
meds,
I
and
am-
I've been.
I'm pulling back the curtain on big cheese.
Big cheese, we're coming for you.
You guys would crucify me if I ever brought something up so stupid on the podcast. Like,
I
hey guys, you guys
would
ever
not.
think about how there's cheese everywhere?
No.
Maybe you ever think about how there's trucks that move cheese? Or like trains?
Honestly,
How do
Tony-
they get the cheese
I
from
would say-
Wisconsin to here?
I say, yes, I do think about this.
Did you really get contact
you
high?
guys-
Because you're acting a little
probably
high.
did.
You're acting like how high Tony acts.
And it like just hit you too, because this wasn't happening during Monday morning.
I don't know, man.
Man, the big cheese.
Big cheese,
Think about
dude.
the cheese. I bet there's cheese in this room right
There's
now that we
probably
don't even
cheese
know
here
about.
somewhere.
Zeke's
Zeke.
got cheese hiding. Oh,
He's got
pointing-
cheese.
He's
I told you, he's got cheese.
No, we gotta get out of here, guys. He's
There's
in on it.
cheese
He's in on it.
everywhere. But here's the thing. Here's the other thing. Get ready for this. You know, you never see cheese. Chinese food restaurants don't have cheese in anything.
Fuck.
That's not true because crab wontons have cream cheese. in
Cream
them.
cheese.
Oh shit!
See?
Crab ragout.
It all starts with China.
Jesus Christ, this is the most unhinged episode, and I have nothing to do with
The
it.
amount of cheese. You never see a cheese truck.
Yes, I do.
I
I'm
don't.
sure you've seen plenty of cheese trucks that are just in disguise.
Yeah.
They're underground. They're flying in.
Incognito cheezo.
Did you get contact high too?
No, I'm just rolling with it.
Yeah, you are. How come you don't roll with me when I go off on
Because
dumb
Brian,
shit
you
like
say
this?
some like there's a different.
Brian, I'm gonna,
You know,
I'm
next
gonna,
time
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
try
roll
to
with
roll
it.
with you from
Yeah,
now on.
I'm gonna
All
roll
right,
with
I
it.
Yeah.
promise.
Why don't you guys come roll with me?
All right, what do you got?
Man, I got a story that you sent me, and then this thing. What?
I thought you were gonna say, man, and it was gonna be something that was like where you cannot roll with that.
No,
I was gonna be
look.
like, okay, we take it
I was
back.
gonna shoot it down immediately. Like, no, you're stupid. That's dumb.
So M. Night Shyamalan. Shut up, Brian. Shut the fuck up. Man, I hate this show. Welcome to Scaredycast, everyone. Tony sent me a story that I thought was like, okay, I'll read into it. And then after this story, I was like, this next one, I actually have two for you. I'm gonna go back to back. Oh, we didn't do our cryptid segment. We have to do. Now let's talk about cryptids. And then we have to go,
Well, we don't do that. Mangy Bones does that.
right. But I mean,
Do it, Mangy Bones.
Tony sends me a story, and it says, man claims to have found his daughter playing with Bigfoot in the woods. No, nothing sexual.
Well, I wasn't
Don't give me-
thinking that.
You gave me that like, really, Brian?
No,
Where
I
are
was
we
saying
going with
like
that?
this is weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Don't
It's
talk
probably-
to strange Bigfoot in the woods.
It was probably that guy that was dressed up like a Bigfoot at the school.
Also, side note, this is the first time I've ever seen an image credit given to someone that was not an artist. It says Midjourney.
That's
This is
probably
just
some AI shit. That's why
It is. Midjourney's an AI. I was just like, the first time I've ever seen that. Like, holy shit. We're really
AI.
living in 2024, man.
cheese.
The cheese.
So, hate you. So this story says, there's like a little, in bold, an intriguing story recently surfaced that describes a very close encounter with an alleged Bigfoot in
Why are you
California.
reading my story like this?
You'll see.
Why you get...
Fine. Do you want to read right off of this and then I'll read?
Just if it's stupid, just don't read it.
The
Just
incident,
say
which
so.
is no, because I want your guys' take.
Okay.
The incident, which is recounted by a man who gave his name only as Mark, reportedly occurred in the woods near a quiet town in Northern California, August 2nd, 2022. Okay, so NorCal,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very
2
wooded
years
area.
ago, year and a half ago, August 2nd. Mark, he brings his wife, he brings his daughter. They got some produce at a local farmer's market. Why are they telling me this? I don't give a shit. They went to go to a picnic. They're like, just stay close to the camp. But yeah,
It's
go
like
ahead.
those, like whenever you look up a recipe, like how long should chicken be in a crock
tells
pot?
a
And
whole-
it's like, when I was with my grandmother, it's like, dude, just
And then the recipe's like this big,
It's
and
like
like that recipe's
all
like
the way
5
to the
pages
bottom.
long.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So they're like,
like
hey, we're
ads.
gonna make some lunch. And the kid's like, I'm gonna go run and play. And they're like, all right, we'll just stay kind of close, whatever. So according to this, it says about 15 minutes later, a loud scream prompted both parents to rush over to find out if she was all right. What they saw at that moment will likely stick with them for the rest of their lives. There, sitting on a tree log, was the young girl. And sitting next to her was a tall, hairy creature. She seemed, this is a quote, she seemed completely relaxed and content, but next to her was an enormous hairy creature that was easily 7 or 8 feet tall, even while crouching. Mark recalled. And that's when I was like, hold on. This just went from a boring Bigfoot encounter to, I'm sorry, he's saying 7 to 8.
Bigfoot encounter.
Well, yeah, like, why
If
is
she's
this
chilling on a log, what was she screaming about?
Okay, this is all right. So then, the beast, which was bipedal and covered in brown hair, seemed to be happily playing with the little girl and did not seem to fear. The little girl didn't seem to fear her unusual playmate. Neither the girl or the Bigfoot tried to run away. And then in the quotes again, it's almost like the pair were playing a game of copycat, both tilting their heads and scratching their cheeks in turn, said Mark. It made low, rumbling grunts as if laughing. Eventually, the little girl noticed her parents nearby and ran over to join them. Shortly afterward, the Bigfoot stood up, stared at them for a time, and retreated into the woods. They've since gone back multiple times, never seen it again.
Dang.
It said it was an interesting story, and I was like, "It's okay. They saw a Bigfoot. Big deal. It's not that interesting."
What do you mean, big deal? It was playing with a little kid and like
What
mimicking it and like
If that
being
thing was
safe.
8 foot tall, crouched, what the fuck? I've never heard of a Bigfoot that tall.
I think probably what they meant was like he could tell it was like 7 or 8 feet tall, like even as like as it was crouched.
Yeah.
Because crouched
said
7 or 8 feet tall, that would be like 20
he
feet
said
tall.
7 or 8 feet tall, even while crouching.
I think it meant like, even
could
though
tell.
it was crouching, I could tell it
Yeah,
was
that's
like
what-
7,
yeah.
8 feet tall. That's what I
Because
think.
if that thing stood up, that would be
Yeah.
at least 20 feet. Like that's
That's what
there's
I'm
no
saying.
way. There's no
And
way.
I was like, oh, this kind of seems a little dumb.
Why didn't they get their phones out?
I don't know, man. This always happens, you know?
You know what? That bird story that I had, I didn't have my phone.
It's true. That's
So,
true. In fact, I think
mean-
we brought it up on the podcast last time. Sometimes when things happen, normal people shouldn't think, I need my phone. Normally you think, holy shit,
Oh my
this
God,
is
my
really
daughter is
happening.
by, like,
how
this crazy
Yeah,
creature
I
might
don't think
kill
it's
her.
that crazy that people don't immediately grab their phones. But that's just me.
I think the craziest thing about this story is that they were only there for like 15 minutes and like the Bigfoot had already found them and like befriended the kid. Like that's
Well, you
kinda
are
weird.
going into the Bigfoot's home. I mean,
Yeah,
they
I
know
know,
everything.
but I mean, think about how big the forest is. It's not like there's a Bigfoot every 50 feet. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
How do we know?
We don't know that.
It could be
do you
like
think there's like a secret like trees, like you can like open up the tree and they can like go into the tree.
There's also something called the hide behind, which is a really creepy thing that
I saw like a little independent short film thing about that, and
ooh, nice. So it's theorized that because Bigfoot are like 4 foot wide at the shoulders, if they're behind a tree, they can kind of like not shapeshift, but like I don't know. I don't believe it, but that'd be cool if it was true. So, anyways, I was bitching about that story because I was like, why were they screaming? Was she screaming out of because she was laughing or something? I was like, what do you mean a loud scream? I don't know. It didn't really add up to me. And then the whole
it's like a play,
maybe she screamed initially, and the Bigfoot was like, "Yo, chill, I'm cool."
He's like,
I guess
trying to play.
Yeah.
But then like
he gave her some Bigfoot beef jerky.
I feel
maybe it was a baby Bigfoot, and then he's like, "Wait, I'm a little kid too. I won't play."
At 8 foot tall?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So then I was like,
come out that size.
whatever, this story is kind of dumb. And then I saw this one and then I was like,
he found a better one.
Well, it was dumber.
Oh.
But then it became better and I will explain.
Okay.
And I will explain.
This story, the heading on this is, it says filmmaker. Oh shit. Hold on. It refreshed and I just lost
Michael Bay.
God damn. Oh, yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, could you imagine Michael Bay made a Bigfoot movie?
It would have way too many explosions.
I would watch it. It'd probably be so fun.
Love it.
Oh, it'd just be like Planet of the Apes, though, except all Bigfoot. Man, I'd still watch it.
Yeah, dude.
This says, filmmaker claims that Bigfoot may feast on the blood of wild animals. I was like, why is that a surprise at all?
Tony feasts on pizza.
So then I clicked on it because I was like, this is dumb. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Hold the fuck on. Listen to this, guys. I'm going to say there is some animal violence.
Get ready.
If you guys don't get triggered, there's some messed up stuff. And if anybody should be triggered, it should be me because it has to do with a German Shepherd, which I have.
Don't get triggered.
Bigfoot researcher and filmmaker Kelly Lockman has a theory concerning the discoveries of carcasses drained of blood, which we all know happens.
It does happen.
There's cattle mutilations. There's all kinds of different dead livestock that have been found completely drained. Yep. Hence a lot of the chupacabra.
Yeah.
It's usually pinned on the chupacabra. But
Bigfoot cabra. A big
or aliens, because a lot of times people say aliens abduct them or whatever. So get this. If there really is a species of unknown bipedal hominid roaming the forests of North America, what exactly does it eat? And why have we never found any evidence of it? According to Kelly Lockman, a Bigfoot investigator and filmmaker, found a dead buzzard and a deer in the woods of North Carolina that could provide an answer to this very question. Both animals had seemingly been drained of blood by some sort of predator. Lockman believes that this predator could, in fact, be Bigfoot. Now, this is his quote. I think this one was warning us. There was no blood. I have recorded witness testimony describing a very similar scene. It may be that they just drink the blood. End quote. In his latest documentary, Lockman interviews Carolyn Allen, a dog owner who believes that a Bigfoot might have been responsible for killing her 2 German Shepherds. Damn. Both dogs had been drained of blood, she noted, despite being kept behind an 8-foot fence. This trigger warning.
Here it comes.
It was like it had broken their necks. There was no blood or anything, she said. It's hard to describe. It's like they were looking backwards.
How does she know there was no blood in them? She took them for a necropsy? Was there like puncture? Like, was there like punctures? Like,
there is a documentary, apparently, and there's like a YouTube link to it and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I've never even thought of that. I don't know why. I always just kind of was like, oh yeah, the chupacabra would do that, or maybe a vampire bat or something like that. But Bigfoot being like vampiric.
I don't know if I would think that. Like, you know what I mean? I think it'd be more like. Think?
And the thing is I've always heard of like cattle mutilations where like, oh, this random part of their kidney or liver was surgically laserly removed. And it's like, what the hell? But a buzzard and like a random deer, like it's kind of interesting. And to find them like that, like, I don't know.
Like, you know how, I mean, I guess it depends on what state of decomposition like the body's in. Cause you know how sometimes you can find a body and it's like dried out kind of. So it's like, doesn't look like it has blood.
It's true. I mean, last week I literally did that. And we pulled some bones off of a deer. You guys saw the story. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like there was nothing
no
wet.
blood
There was no wet
exactly
at all.
And like if the deer was by the buzzer, like I would think maybe the deer had something wrong with it. The buzzer ate something, and
But
then
here's the thing:
from the
I
deer,
see
it
a
was-
decomposing animal. It's gonna have holes and it's gonna be messy. I'm not worried about that. But
yeah,
like,
it's all intact.
if it's like like an animal you look at and go, huh, why is that so fresh? But it's not rotted, but it just doesn't have any blood.
I
Where
don't
did
know.
it go?
I would need to know more because like how would she know that there was no blood in it? Like you know what I mean?
If you moved it and there was like no puddle or anything. Like,
an animal can die without bleeding, but like how does she know there's no blood in the body without like getting that checked
I
out?
don't know.
That she like slit it.
but the fact that
throat.
something killed 2 German Shepherds and broke both their necks over an 8-foot fence, that's pretty weird. And
sure
they both
wasn't
died
that-
in the same way.
Sure wasn't that weird representative that shot her puppy?
Oh, geez. Don't bring
do it.
politics.
I
Don't
won't.
do it.
I
Do
won't. That was
it.
my only thing I'm
Okay.
saying on this podcast.
Yeah, we need to have like a little buzzer when like we need to shut me up because I always go off on I say dumb shit, but politics, we got to get her on that.
But you know what? That was okay, but that was topical. Let me just say.
Topical.
I don't know what could. I mean, unless she's not sharing the whole story, like maybe they were on a tether and like then they like something happened and they like snapped their necks or like they choked or like whatever. I think there's other or like lead poisoning is the thing, like you mean, or like someone feeding her German Shepherds antifreeze or I don't know. There's a lot of different explanations. I would need more information here.
What
to
about
be
you,
able to-
Tone?
Before I blame our good friend Bigfoot.
Yeah. What do you think could be plausible?
I think she made it all up.
What?
She killed her dog.
Yeah.
So what about the other ones? Well, not just the girl. What about the other animals? The ones that have been
It's
drinking?
just natural deaths and bears
Bears drinking blood.
or Bigfoot.
So now we're back. Okay,
There's
so
a lot
maybe?
of possibilities on this.
Maybe that Bigfoot's trying to sneak up and them dogs just wouldn't shut up, so he just reached down and just
Oh, so Bigfoot's an asshole.
because hey, Bigfoot, it's just not all the same type of Bigfoot. You know,
Right.
like there's just not all
Sure.
the same type of people.
Right.
We're talking about like a serial killer Bigfoot probably who hates
Oh
dogs.
my God.
Dude.
Do we know about any other dogs in this area? Is he just going after dogs?
I don't know, but I have, oh my God, I will never not listen to this freaking video. It's a 911 call of this guy where this Bigfoot's looking in the window at him.
Oh yeah, you
Dude,
talked about that.
I
Nope.
get chills every time I listen to that video, and he saw his dog flying, like someone threw it like a football.
Bigfoots hate
God.
dogs.
Yeah, he don't like them.
Yeah, Bigfoot
and you
don't
know
like
what
dogs.
else is crazy? Now, I was talking to my my roommate Jim, who's like super knowledgeable on everything aliens and UFO. Apparently, aliens hate dogs.
Yeah.
Which is why in Signs, those bastards nix those dogs immediately.
Yeah.
Because dogs have
they
that
have
weird
that, like,
sense,
yeah.
man, and they know. And
It's like
they're
remember in Harry and the Hendersons when that little dog was like jumping up and he just catches it in midair, but then he's like friends with it.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they don't like doggies. Something about it.
They lured him to their
Anyways, that's all I have for
there's some
cryptid stuff.
yeah, there's
but-
some Bigfoots that's like a Harry and the Henderson, but then there's some that are like prey.
Yeah, but
Or
this is
primal rage.
primal rage.
Yeah,
But
so-
but sucking the blood, like drinking blood, that's crazy.
Maybe you know what?
Weird.
Some humans drink blood. Like they do like some weird cult ritual stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe. You know
Maybe
what? It's
it's
just
a-
cultist Bigfoot.
Maybe it's a Bigfoot vampire.
Yeah.
Big pyre.
Big pyre.
A foot.
A big
foot
pyre?
A vampfoot.
Oh.
Vampfoot? Yeah, vampfoot?
Bamfoot's better than Big Pyre.
Big pyre.
Big pyre sounds.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Vampfoot's good.
All
I like
right, well,
Vampfoot.
that's what I have for cryptid. I guess.
So what do you like? So are you concluding that it's definitely Bigfoot? Is that what you're saying?
No. I just think
don't know.
I have never.
All of these
never
things were
thought
in the
about it.
same area. The 2 dogs and the buzzer and the
Yeah, North Carolina, which is obviously like super heavily wooded, but I don't know.
and there's
man.
some weirdos out there.
My thing is,
sorry.
I don't think it's
In the
Bigfoot. I
backwoods.
just never thought of the possibility. Like, duh, of course it could. Why couldn't it?
I mean, the
I just
possibility
never
is there.
put that together. At first, I was like, well, duh, of course Bigfoot eats meat. I mean, he just eats deer and shit. And then I was like, oh, wait, maybe he's just drinking. Wow, weird.
Maybe
Never
he's
thought
thirsty.
about that.
Maybe he's just killing.
Maybe.
just for the heck of
Yeah,
it.
maybe he's just
Is there
unaliving
animals?
These animals,
Is there
man.
animals that kill for fun?
Bigfoots?
Big.
Orca whales.
Orca whales.
Yeah. Orca whales.
Yeah.
Are they still back at it? Are they
I mean,
still?
they're
still-
just doing their thing.
The latest on the orcas, real quick, is scientists are saying that this is now their version of a TikTok trend.
They're like, oh, they're doing it.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, this is the popular thing for orcas to be doing right now is taking on these boats. So now they're all
Okay.
just doing it.
They're all learning.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that.
let's not give them
I
too
think,
much credit
I
here.
think they're like, you killed and you guys are maiming my family, and orcas are smart.
Oh my god, they have
and
this whole subculture. They have their own phones. And
They're like, hey guys, I'm out here in
my
Spain,
God.
Mallorca. I'm gonna
Yeah, dude,
take down a yacht.
just imagine like a little douchebag orca with his sideways hat. He's like, "What's up, guys? Yo, we out here in Spain. We taking out some of them yachties."
He's like,
You know
make sure you
what I'm
hit that
saying?
sardine button,
So,
you know.
yeah,
One
you
of the
smash
orcas
that.
is Chad Hanks.
I would love a Chad Hanks orca. Oh my,
Oh my
God, I
God.
want to meet him.
That's awesome.
He's probably the ringleader.
Love you, Chad Hanks. Did you see like the thing where
Yes, it was
like,
amazing.
Tom Hanks was just asking him like, "Hey, what's with this? Like Drake beef?" He's like, just gave him like a book.
It was amazing. And then Tom Hanks like asked him a question. He's like, did you not read what I just sent you? It was so funny. It was like such a breakdown too. It was like really like, and it's so cute. Everyone was saying how cute it was that Tom Hanks calls him Big Mane.
Where's Tom Hanks is my dad?
Me too. Tom Hanks, can
I
be
don't.
a dad, please?
He was on the Epstein list.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
Well, he was on like a flight list. I mean, there's a lot of people on that list that
I know.
people probably. I mean, look, if we go in all that, why you got to bring it down?
Oh, whatever.
This is exactly
We're
what we
all
were
this-
talking about
You
earlier.
guys have been
this
off the
is exactly what,
freaking-
you know what?
So far,
Cheese conspiracy is a lot more fun than an
I'm
Epstein
the
conspiracy.
only
Okay.
person that's talked about anything spooky so far. Can we please
That's not true.
keep it together, guys?
Excuse me. You want me to talk about something spooky?
Yeah, here we go.
Let's get to the movies.
Yeah.
I watched 2 movies. One of them, pretty dang spooky.
Oh.
Okay.
More of a thriller.
Okay.
It's called Bad Samaritan with David Tennant, who I love.
This is a new movie.
It's not too new. It's not very new.
I thought it was
Been
a
out for a
new
few
movie.
years.
Well, I'll do it.
So there's these 2 guys. They're valet drivers for a fancy restaurant. And while people go in, they're like, "Here, park it." And they're like, "No problem." But then they take the car and they're like, "Oh, their house is 3 minutes away. We're going to go rob that house." But they do it very like, they don't go in there and take TVs and things. They go in there to just like, they like take a
We're
ring.
like strategic.
Like one
yeah,
watch.
they take like
Okay.
little tiny
A little
things
Rolex.
so people won't really notice.
Okay.
So David Tennant rolls up and his fancy, he's got a Maserati, and they're like, "We're hitting this guy's house." They go to his house and they find a girl chained up.
Oh, dang. Crime within a crime.
What a twist.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
shit.
crime within crime movies.
Yeah.
Big time crime within crime. And then, of course, David Tennant finds out, and there's a little game of cat and mouse between David Tennant and one of these valet driver dudes, and games are being played.
Whoa.
And
It's like a heist movie. Like I love a good heist movie.
it's
With the
very,
twists.
You remember back in the early 2000s when they started doing the trend of of fucking armored truck heist movies? It's like
Kinda, yeah.
every action hero started doing like, "Oh, we got this armored truck and we got," it has a little Jason Statham.
Or like there's a lot of bank robbery movies.
Yeah, but it was always like, I think like
heist.
Matt Dillon was in one with the freaking the armored truck, and then Baby Driver had one. That was kind of more recent after, but either way,
anyways, yeah, I don't want to
like
spoil
it?
too much because I loved it.
Loved
it was great. It was directed by Dean Devlin. I was not going to watch it, but then I saw it was directed by Dean Devlin. He's the guy that made Independence Day.
Oh.
So I was like, let me check this out. Even though Independence Day 2 was trash, I was like, let me check out this Bad Samaritan because I love David Tennant and I like suspense.
You went 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
How many goosebumps?
I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 goosebumps.
Ooh,
Because
pretty
it was pretty intense.
What'd you watch it on?
Oh crap! I don't remember. Sorry. Just go to justwatch.com and look it up.
JustWatch.com.
you know, if we showed up to a movie review like that and he said, and we were like, "Oh, I don't know, just look it up," he'd be like, "Guys, I work so hard on we'd get a whole thing.
I mean,
I need to stop smoking around you. Are you really getting high off of my weed?
He's not high on life.
Fine. I'm just high on life, baby.
Come on.
I had some more Welch's vodka last night.
Oh.
Great.
Maybe you're still
Have
drunk.
you had those yet?
No, I have been not financially able to go to the grocery store recently.
Hey,
I wasn't either until last night.
See?
Or
Okay.
yesterday.
And I just got paid today, so I'm going to be going to the grocery store soon.
Nice.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday was cheese sandwiches. And then yesterday was, well.
Why did you have cheese?
Because it was the only thing in my
I
fridge
thought
to
you
put
hated
between.
big cheese.
I didn't say I hated big cheese. I'm just curious about where all this cheese is coming
Tony's
from. You want to
planting
bring
the
this
big
back
cheese
around?
seed.
Or do you want me to go on to the next movie?
You know
Next
what?
movie.
Before the last thing and the only thing that I'm going to give credit to this stupid thing about the whole cheese thing is I just saw a Sargento commercial that said at least 51% cheese in Sargento. And I was like, hold on. Did they really just brag that our cheese is almost all like it's at least half cheese? And then I was like, oh my God, you know how Kraft singles can only have like, as long as you have like 13% cheese, Kraft singles can be sold as cheese, even though there's.
What else is in it?
Oh,
Just milk?
exactly. No, you got to look this shit up. But it's like all cheese.
This is a real cheese conspiracy.
And so now that I'm thinking about it, how much shit did they put in? Like, yeah, there's some little bit. Yeah, the cows, they do their part, but everything else they add in that shit. Guys, you're not eating cheese. If you didn't do it, if you didn't take it from the cow, do the work and eat the cheese, you ain't eating real cheese. This thing just sparked. Did you hear that?
My favorite cheese is Sargento cheese.
I think you like.
I'm way back here.
No, I think you like.
You get it. I like Sargento cheese.
Yeah, and I like Tillamook.
Tillamook too.
But
I
they're
like
probably
cheese in
all
I
bad.
like
general, man.
all cheese.
Just cheese.
All cheese except blue cheese.
What was your other movie?
I watched another movie.
Yeah.
A horror dark comedy called Cottage Country. It's about this couple. They're going to go on a little getaway to a cottage. The guy, his parents own this cottage, and him and his brother, use it for themselves to go, away. But before they go, she finds out that he's going to propose. Ooh.
Sweet.
So she's super excited.
Oh my God.
They're there.
Gotta do her nails for all the pictures.
Romance is starting to heat up, but then his brother shows up, and his brother's like the worst. And they're arguing. I'm supposed to have the cottage this weekend. No, I'm not. They get into a fight, and he accidentally kills his brother.
The bad one kills the good one.
The good one kills the bad one.
Whoa, little Cain and Abel switch.
Yeah.
Little Uno reverse.
He just, in a fit of rage, he just grabs an axe and just, and then he's like, whoop.
Come on, at least they
That's
used
not
a
an accident.
rock. Yeah.
That's not
right?
axe.
So,
It didn't.
basically, from that point
Thank
forward,
you.
I mean, that's the general. I'm not spoiling it because that's the plot. Because the movie is basically about how his girlfriend is like, nothing is going to ruin this. So she's
It's like, get rid of the problem.
she's like, yeah, she just takes control of the situation.
I was going to ask him,
So
like,
she
are they
goes
still
crazy
going to
too.
get married?
Oh, man.
They still get married?
I want to tell you, I think you guys need to watch this one.
That sounds pretty good.
Then it ends up that
It's-
it's not the good brother, it was the bad brother.
It's on Prime. So
it was
there you
set up.
go.
They were working together. They were cheating. Oh, maybe.
It's not that deep, guys.
All right.
You know what? But that would be a great plot twist.
Hey, we should make some movies.
I guess
we'll be
so.
like the Coen brothers.
Hit us up.
It's not that deep. But no, Bad Samaritan. I don't remember where I watched it. Apologies. Just go look it up. You know what? I think I bought it a long time ago.
Wow.
You know what?
So I think it was in my iTunes
I think
library.
I bought it. It was in iTunes.
I used to buy iTunes. I don't really anymore.
Yeah.
But I used to just I would see like an iTunes movie on sale and I would just grab it.
Wow.
Back whenever I had jobs and money.
Dude, that's crazy.
And Cottage Country I watched on Prime. So
I think I bought an
think
episode
I
of
would,
Aqua Teen once.
I'd recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it, but
Everyone go look it up.
yeah. It's
Look it
good.
up.
Cottage Country. It has the guy from
I can't do all the work for you.
I'm sorry to the man. I don't remember your name, but he's a fine actor. He was in Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
That's such a good movie.
Not Alan Tudyk in Tucker and
okay.
Dale.
Gotcha.
Sorry. I know you worked really hard as an actor to establish your name out there, and I'm just not remembering
I'm
it.
really
Great.
bad with names.
Fucking sorry, dude. I really like you though. Every time I see you in a movie, I'm like, I'm interested in this movie because you're in it.
I'm sure he's listening and he's gonna feel really validated now, man. It's
I'm gonna
okay.
find him and I'm gonna.
All right. Can I talk about my movie?
Yeah.
I saw a movie called Caveat, which I always see. You guys, we all have some sort of streaming service.
His name's Tyler Labine.
And there is...
Lebin.
Oh, he's French. Labine.
Tyler Lebin.
So I know, like, whether it's whatever streaming service, I know
okay
you
over there?
guys.
I think Kelsey's out of contact high now.
I know. How am I the only high one?
tired.
And you guys are
The
crazy.
lure, I'm the Lulu.
The Lulu.
So,
I'm listening. Caveat.
Have you ever been on a streaming service? And then you're like scrolling.
And you keep seeing the same
You always
movies
see a
over-
cover,
yeah,
and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
maybe one day I'll watch it, but it just sticks with you.
Add it to the list.
This is a cover where it's like this weird looking bunny rabbit. And it's got these like human looking eyes.
Oh.
And it's just like being held by its ears. And it looks like it's playing this little toy drum. And I see it all the time. And I'm like, ooh, that looks creepy. So I finally decided to give it a shot because it has like really, really high praise. And I think it was I on Shudder, and it was in their like scariest ever or like top scary movies. And I was like, oh, it's in this list. Okay, I'll bite. So it starts off weird to the point where I was literally like, hold on, is this the right movie? Like, is this the middle of the movie? Hold on. And it was like, nope, okay. Then it goes back and it was kind of jumpy. Right away, I gotta say, I don't like this part about this movie. This man is like, hey, I got this niece. She's really sick. She's really messed up, but she needs kind of like someone to watch her, just kind of be around. He's like, look, dude, I'll pay you. What did he say? It was like $200 a day. All you got to do, it's 5 days, but all you got to do is just be in the house in case anything happens. Like,
She's like
basically watch her. Well, no, because she can't do anything.
Oh,
so it's basically
you're
like,
not just watching her. That's not.
It's mostly like you just be there. The guy's super vague about it, and I was like, huh, okay. But the guy decides to do it. But the way he pitches it to him, and I really don't want to give too much of the movie away, but he literally tells him he's going to be doing this, right, for $1,000. Well, then you get there to the place. The guy drives him to this place. It's on an island.
Oh God.
And the guy's like, well, what's the problem? You agreed to it. You said you would do it for the money. What's the problem? He's like, I can't swim. And he's like, well, then a good thing I have a boat.
Oh.
And so then he's like, wow, okay, this is taking a weird turn. And now he's almost seemed like he's kind of being pushed into it, right? So I'm thinking, oh, shit. It's on this little island. He can't swim now. He's definitely trapped. Whatever the hell's going on here. So he gets there and meets this person, and she's literally on the floor covering her face and just completely, like, just docile. And he's like, okay, I don't really know what I'm getting into. Then the kicker. The guy that's the uncle is like, hey, man, so before the mom, who is missing, no one knows where the mom is, and I forgot what happened to the dad. But anyways, they're like, the mom's missing and whatever. But she used to sleepwalk. So she wears this leather harness with a chain.
God.
And it's tied, and you lock yourself into it. So when she sleepwalks, it'll go everywhere in the house except for certain rooms, and it stops right at the front door, so you can't leave. So you don't go off into the woods and go sleepwalking. And I was like, oh my God, okay. If this man agrees to this, I'm.
Well, he's already on the island and he can't swim.
And I was like, oh my God, but like then I'd be like, no, dude, I'm not doing it. So he tries to fight it. Eventually. Like, it's like one of those where you're like, dude, no way. And the next scene is him being like strapped in. And you're like, oh, this is so stupid. That would never happen.
Wait,
but
the guy is getting strapped in.
Yes, the dude that's supposed to be babysitting.
I thought you were talking about the girl gets strapped in.
No, he says you got to wear this because.
Oh, okay. I totally
Because
misunderstood
the
that.
girl is like, oh, she needs to know that you're around. And if she knows the chain's there and she hears the chain, she knows you're in the house. But if you leave.
She's
and
blind?
No, she's just really, really mentally handicapped. But what?
Ain't no fucking way.
No, like what?
No way.
I thought you were talking about the girl had to be strapped because she sleepwalks.
And then this movie
my
just
God.
gets weirder. And I will tell you this, though. There is some fucking part that I was like, oh, this is so creepy. I love this. There was some really good scenes. Like one where there's just a flashlight, all the lights go out, and he's this poor bastard stuck in this basement with his flashlight looking around. And it's this perfect shot when he's just flashlight on this corner, and it's just light, and you see the body. Oh, yeah, peering from a side. Oh, it's so good. And so I was like, oh, this movie could be so good. And then the ending just goes berserk, and it makes no sense. It's like, wait, what?
Oh.
How did we? What? No, and then all falls
berserk
apart.
in a bad way.
In a bad way.
Oh man, I was interested until then.
I know. And for the creepy scenes, I want to just praise it because, oh my God, it had some good creepy moments. Like, just atmospherically, I watched it it was like still daylight, and I was still like, ooh, this is creepy. Yeah, it's good. And then these other scenes, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And the rabbit with the toy never really gets explained. It's almost like a messaging device. You guys, it's weird. I don't know. I'm going to say 3 out of 5.
Okay.
It's worth it if you really want to, like, if you enjoy scary movies and you want to really like getting creeped out at certain parts. But overall, as a movie, it just got way too convoluted and got messed up. It's kind of spoiler alert. She's not as maybe mentally handicapped as it seems.
I could have guessed that.
But
I am not shocked.
It's pretty wild.
Okay.
I would say it's worth a watch, but I will never watch the movie again. But it was good to a point.
I did start watching another movie. I turned it off though. Because I watched it 20 years ago when it first came out. It's called Monster Man on Prime. I rented it at a video store because it was 20 years ago. And I remember I watched the whole movie and I just remember the ending. Scare Pair on TikTok. It came up in one of these, like, do you remember these movies things? I'm like, oh, Monster Man. I remember that. Let me see if it's out. I'll rewatch it. Because I remember I love the ending. Because the ending, basically the movie's like Jeepers Creepers, but it's a monster truck. Oh. Like this thing has a monster truck and he's just killing people and stuff. But the ending, spoilers, I guess, I'm sorry.
That's such a Tony movie. It's Jeepers Creepers, but with a monster truck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically the guys, the guys, our heroes in the movie, get into the truck and run it over. And then they just keep running it over and backing up and running it over just for hours. They're just running this thing.
The truck?
What?
No, they're driving the truck over the thing.
They get into the truck and they're running the monster over with the truck. Like, just for
the monster
years.
has a monster truck.
Oh.
He drives a monster truck.
I was like, I'm going to rewatch this movie. I remember the ending. It was fun. I didn't make it longer than 10 minutes. And I was like, these are the most annoying characters ever put on film.
Oh.
Like, I hate both of these guys, especially one of them.
Especially the monster truck.
I love that. I wish they somehow changed it since I first saw it because I turned it off. I was like,
you guys ever do that with a movie when you look, well, besides this one, I'm saying,
and
you're like, wow, this does not hold up.
Like, this is not what I
you
remember
know
it being.
What
drunk 21-year-old Tony appreciated this movie much more than drunk 42-year-old Tony. Like,
mine isn't that drastic, but like even like Star Wars, like Luke Skywalker is such a whiny bitch. He's unbearable.
I hate the old.
He's unbearable.
Star Wars.
Like, oh God, he's annoying.
We need to stop.
Yeah, we need to stop this
now because you're saying this, and before we even started the show, Kelsey said she was like Conan O'Brien.
Wait, but then you said something about Lord of the Rings.
I love Star Wars. I just like agree.
I didn't say anything about Lord of the Rings. I just said I hadn't watched.
I think Luke's
the new show, and I was like,
it's not a movie, but I've been watching a show.
What?
So
is it a horror or scary?
It's like true crime.
Oh, okay, close enough.
It's based off of a true story.
Ooh.
It's called Under the Bridge. It's on Hulu. And now that all 8 episodes are out, I've started watching it. I'm only about halfway through, but it is based off of a book by Rebecca Godfrey about the murder of 14-year-old Rena Verk, who was killed in 1997. It's basically about this woman. She is writing a book. She goes back to her hometown in Canada, and she's like just trying to think about like, you know, what she's going to be able to cover. And it's definitely one of those places that you want to leave. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those places that it's just like, it's just a small town. There's some people that are like, oh, why would you ever leave here? Like, you know, so beautiful. And there's other people that's like, I cannot wait to get out of here. So it's been really good so far. I'm only about halfway through, but there's been a lot of twists and turns about like, you think it might be this person, you think this might be the cause. At first, you're not even sure if she's actually murdered, like, because a bunch of kids like jump her under a bridge, and then they're like, oh, she's definitely dead. And then you see her walking up, and then she's like clearly hurt, but then they finally find her body. And they're like, the amount of injuries that this girl sustained, she would not be able. It's like she got ran over by a car. Like she would not be walking like you see in the security footage.
What?
So so there's a lot of twists and turns going on of who done it. It's actually really good, and it has Lily Gladstone in it, who was in The Killers of the Flower Moon with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I didn't watch that, but I know who she is.
Killers of the Flower Moon, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and then Ashtray from Euphoria. He's one of the kids. You guys aren't gonna know that, but people who know Euphoria will know that.
Oh wait, the little kid?
Yeah, the little one.
The little shit kid, yeah.
Oh, but I love him.
Everybody loved him. He was a little punk
he's
ass.
awesome. Yeah, but he was cool. Yeah, it's really good so far. A lot of twists and turns. The acting is great. You guys know I don't really like.
Anything.
Well, they're not young kids. They're like teenagers, and I'm sure like they're played by like older people. But definitely recommend it. It's I can't wait to finish it, and I will see if there's going to be a season 2. There probably will be because I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of buzz around it.
Yeah, so for the true crime junkies, go
Is
check
it like
out.
a true crime like show, or is it like a documentary show?
It's a show. So,
Okay.
I mean, obviously there's some things that have been embellished, like some
Yeah.
characters added or removed or changed or whatever, but it's based off of the real murder of this girl and, you know, some of things.
Yeah.
And the woman that obviously went there to write a book, wrote a book about it. And that's what the show's about.
Good.
It's Inception, book Inception. There you go. Book talk. You got a book and a show all in one.
Bang.
Bang-a-ring.
Banger.
Speaking of bangers, it's time to bang on out of here.
Let's get banged out. There.
Let's get some bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash,
'Cause
bruv.
I'm hungry.
Hey, don't forget. Ghostlight Theater, June 15th. Scaredycast Live, presented by Evil Izzy's Haunted Emporium. Look at Kelsey's shirt. Look at that shirt. And then go to scaredycast.com and get your tickets. We got people driving from Texas
Driving from Texas?
to go to this show.
What?
We got people coming from northern Arizona, eastern. We got people driving hours. So you know what that
Where
means?
are you at?
That means we're going to put on a show. Because we're not going to let these people drive and travel this far for just us sitting around bullshitting. All right? We're going to put on a show. I'm going to tell you something. I was there at Ghostlight a couple days ago doing a little planning, scouting. Got some ideas. I think you guys are going to love it.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
All right.
I can't wait. Brian definitely can't wait.
Did we ever do a creep of the week?
Yes, we did. It was the cicadas.
It was cicadas. Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure.
All right.
I was reading. I just want to make sure we cover all our bases here. Look, these people, we have a lot of new fans too, a lot of new listeners. Okay. I want to give them the best show. I want to make sure we cover everything. We got all our T's dotted and I's crossed. All
Yes.
right. And what
I
you
know.
got?
I realize that.
That's fine. Okay.
Is
As
that
long
good?
as you know. No.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to go to scaredycast.com to be able to get your tickets for a live show. Patreon.com/scaredycast to be able to support us in different ways, get additional content, maybe even have a little extra
New giveaway
types of
from Kelsey. What? Sign up now. Sign up now.
If you want
This
Kelsey's straw, you gotta go to patreon.com and the first person to comment, straw please. You have to be a super creep. Not like literally a super creep. Like
No, but it's funny because it's true.
That's the name of the tier on our Patreon is Super Creep Tier.
Super Creep.
You have to sign up to that. Go to any post and just say, straw please, and then we'll mail
Someone's
it to you.
gonna do that in like a year, and we're gonna be like, "What the fuck? This is
Yeah, we'll be like,
someone commented straw, please."
Where do we do it?
Who is this?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you right here next week for Scaredycast.